So I am just doing that awkward thing where I wait for some of you to join me. It's always fun, isn't it? And it's been a while and I didn't tell you I was coming on. So we'll just see who is free. So if you are joining, hi, it's been ages. I haven't had enough in the tank to go live for such a long time. So I'm really, really excited to feel like I've got enough to be here. Yay! Cheers, everybody. So it's really simple. Please don't spam the chat because that's really irritating. It just annoys everybody. But if you fancy me pulling you a card, all you need to do is put a comment on. I will work where I am drawn. If you've got a specific question that you would like answering, please pop your question on. And if not, I'll just pull you a card and we'll see what spirits say. As always, it really helps if you send lots of love hearts because that's what the algorithm likes. And we'll just see how we go and we'll see how long I last. Yeah, I always find lives on Facebook a lot. So they cost a lot in energy. Going to see how we go. Right, where do I feel drawn to today? Oh, it's really nice to see you all, guys. Hi, Marie. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Lynn. How you doing? Hi, Percy, Avril. Welcome your first time. It's my first time, not this year, I don't think, but it's been blooming ages. Absolutely ages. So where are we going to go? Let's go here with Sharon. Hi, Sharon. How you doing? Let me pick you a card. Okay. Oh, you have got the One of Cups, and the One of Cups is all about new experiences. And for me, this is new experiences with the spirit world, Sharon. So if you listen to my podcast or you know me at all, you will know that I believe that everybody has the ability to communicate with spirit. It's not something that is a gift that is bestowed upon the chosen few. It is something that is available to everybody. And this card is like the invitation from the spirit world to open up and take that connection further. They're telling me that you've been experiencing them, you've been hearing them, you've been wondering if that is spirit around you, talking to you and communicating with you. And this is them coming in and saying, yes, it is. Hi. So your work now is about choosing, because there's always a choice. They never force it upon anybody. Choosing whether that is something that you want to expand and learn about. And I keep seeing a rubber stamp. So I feel like they're saying, this is it. This is what you asked for, us confirming that we are with you. We are working with you. We are excited to be with you. So now it's your turn to step up and develop that further, take that connection further, make it stronger, make it deeper. So I hope that makes sense, Sharon. It feels very exciting. Lovely first card. Yeah, feeling good, feeling excited, new opportunities ahead. Right. I look so bright, don't I? Do you know what this is? It's because I've got all my foam around my studio for my podcast. So now I look like, ooh, Casper the Friendly Ghost. So where are we drawn now? Oh, it's jumping around. Let's see. Jackie Ramsey. Hello, Jackie. How are you doing? Let me pick you a card. You have got the Eight of Swords. And this is all about feeling trapped, but not really being trapped. Don't get annoyed with me, Jackie. Happy New Year. So this is all about feeling like you're stuck, feeling like where you want to be is too far away or too hard, or you can't work out how you're going to get from here to there. And this card is actually the spirit world telling you that you're not as trapped as you think you are. Now, this is something that is the human condition. So probably most people watching this will go, yeah, I can understand that too. We have a really bad habit, myself included, of limiting. of saying, well, I want to be over there, but that feels too big, so I'm going to water it down and ask for something that feels like it's more achievable, easier, more comfortable. Or I don't see how that's possible for me, so I'm just going to stop myself and limit myself. And this card is all about trusting that what you want is available to you and not allowing the illusion of entrapment to hold you back. The illusion that it's too hard, too difficult, too challenging, you're not going to be able to make it, to stop you from achieving what you want to achieve. So trust, ask them for baby steps, follow your instincts, trust the things that come up in your path. So if things happen and you think, well, that's not going to get me to where I want to be, feel into it. Does it feel like perhaps spirit are moving you? I often feel like a pawn in a game of chess, just being moved around the board. And I go, oh, I've ended up here. Why have I ended up here? And then all of a sudden, it starts to make sense and you start to understand why you have been moved the way you have and why you have ended up where you have. So I need to tell you that it's available to you, Jackie. There is so much change ahead for you. You've got to trust, and it's positive change. It's the stuff you've been asking for. It's what you want. They've heard you. They're listening. It's coming. So be the pawn. Allow yourself to be moved around the board. I know, easier said than done. I'm not very good at it either. Right, let's see. Where are we drawn now? Okay, Debbie, how are you doing, Debbie? Let me pick you a card. Right, you have got the Two of Coin, and it just feels like you're being pulled every which way. It feels like you are being led here, then there, then pulled in this direction, and I know that you're feeling tugged. I can see that. And I know that there is stuff that you want to be doing, want to be getting on with for your spiritual development, I feel, but also in your life. And you're feeling like it's just not settling down for you enough to be able to do the things you want to do the way you want to be able to do them. Does that make sense? Sorry, guys. I've had... yes, another chest infection, so I'm rather pleasant. So this feels like remembering, they're showing it to me like you are a horse and trap, and you are the, I want to say pilot, but I know that isn't the word. You are the person in charge. You are steering this. And so when your horses want to deke off the path or sniff something at the side or are distracted by a noise, your job is to keep everything running in the direction in which you want to be. And this is where they want you to be. So it's almost like things are calling to your attention, calling your energy, your focus. And some of these things are things that you don't need to be getting involved in, or you don't need to be worrying about just yet. When, I don't know if you've done your Reiki qualifications, Debbie, but I know that when we do Reiki, one of the rules of Reiki is just for today, I will not worry. And that one for me always sticks with me because it really, really does empower you to go, okay, well, I've all got caught up in the dialogue of my humanness. If I need to do this and I need to do that, and what's going to happen with this. And actually today, in this moment, I only need to deal with this and this, and that feels much more manageable. So I feel that there is the time to do the peace, to carve out the peace and the connection time for the spirit world that I know that you're looking for. You've just got to allow yourself to say no to things and not get involved in things and not pressure yourself into doing it today. Hope that makes sense. I've got a big pile of washing that I was supposed to be doing today, and I decided to go live instead and have a cappuccino with you lot. Right. Where am I drawn? Where am I drawn? Where am I drawn? Okay. Sarah, how are you doing? Let me pick you a card. Your card is Wise Counselor. Unity with a spiritually minded community. Ask the divine for help and trust that the answers will come. Compare traditional methods with new ideas to see which is best for you. So lots going on here, lots of change. I feel it's a very changing space for you, and it's not, it's within you. That's how I want to say it. It's externally reflected, but the change is coming from within you. You are changing what you want, how you want to be, where you want to be, what you want your focus to be, what you want your energy to be spent on. It feels like you're being refined, you're being changed, you're being shifted, you're being moved into a new space of energy. And that new space of energy is all about working out what works for you and what doesn't, and putting down the things that aren't. And it's so funny because the wise counselor in this scenario is you. You are the wise counselor. You know what is working for you, what is right for you, what is resonating with you and where you want to be. And so your work here, even though it's hard, isn't it, to say to the people around you, especially when they're naysayers, I don't feel like this is part of my path now. I don't feel like this is where I need to be focusing my energy. Why do I not want to do that? I don't know why I don't want to do that, but I can tell you I don't. It's hard to be in that energy because people don't understand it. And that's where unity with a spiritually minded community comes in, because I feel like you need to be spending some time with your tribe, with people that think like we think, that understand the spiritual path, the spiritual journey. So the wise counselor is you. I feel that you need to be trying to find other people who think like you, believe like us, understand law of attraction, manifesting, the journey, all of the crap that we have to deal with. They understand all of that. Finding them so that you can speak about your truth without filtering it. And in the speaking of your truth without filtering it, you will find you naturally move to where you empower yourself to do what you want to do. You move into that space. Am I saying proper words? Does this make sense? I hope so. This is why I struggle with lives, because I just go down a rabbit hole. They're so quick, aren't they? Take a breath, Hannah. Take a breath. Let's have a look. Emily Ely. I hope I've said that right, Emily. Hi, Emily. Let me pick you a card. Okay. Oh, you've got a lovely card. 4 of Wands. Celebrations. Sending out gratitude to the divine and the angels for the peace and prosperity coming to you. Let's take a deep breath. I mean, you probably can more than I can at the moment. But it feels like, it feels like you've been through a really tumultuous, difficult, challenging time. And actually just to know that everything's going to be okay, and that you've got a period of time coming up where there is a sense of ease and a feeling of recovery and a feeling of everything just being all right, and you not having to run, plugging that hole, plugging that hole, plugging that hole, plugging that hole, and running around, but just being able to be, everything is okay. We're all okay. Everything is okay is really going to help you. So knowing that you're moving into that space, Emily, and just allowing yourself to unwind, allowing yourself to become more at peace, more at a sense of ease, will really, really help. So it feels lovely. It feels like you've been through so much, you're going to have no trouble being grateful for a bit of boring, a bit of ease, a bit of bliss. Yes, thank you. Moving into that. And yeah, it feels good and much needed, much deserved, much appreciated. So I hope that that makes sense. Where am I going to go? Oh, it's just jumped. It's so funny the way it just suddenly jumps and then you don't know where you're supposed to go. Right. Kel. Hi, Kel. How you doing? Let me pick you a card. Okay. You've got the 5 of Cups. And the 5 of Cups is things not turning out the way you anticipated, looking for the hidden blessings. Everything happens for a reason. So I feel with this card, a big sense of frustration, a big sense of, I was here, I've done all this work and all of this stuff, and I've ended up in pretty much the same place. Is this thing on? Are things working the way that I wanted them to? Spirit, are you telling me that you aren't going to support me in my dreams? Are you not giving me what I want? And this card is to let you know that it's all been preparation. And you need to not look at, I know it's really hard. I feel like an arse saying this to you because I'm exactly the same this year. But you need to look at not looking at like a human with a tick list of I was here and now I'm here and nothing has changed and I haven't got these things that I asked for, which is where I keep getting stuck. But being more in a space of, I look at what you've learned this year. Look at how your understanding has changed this year. Look at how all these months of self-exploration and self-healing and self-work have changed you. Look at how you felt this time last year versus where you are, and understand that everything does happen for a reason and they're getting you where they need you to be so that you can move forward. It's not that you've been put on the naughty step. It's not that it's not working for you the way that you would want it to. It is just that you needed more work done on you and a clearer understanding of who you are and where you are and what needs to change so that you can let that stuff go and move into that new space. There's a big clearing, opening happening with you. I can see that. So much of your energy and your intention has been used on things that you are sweeping away now. And as you sweep that away, you will find that the things you've been waiting for take up that space. Don't lose hope. I'm just going to have a glug of coffee, so I'm going to mute. I hope that did mute. I hope you didn't all just hear me gulping. I've got such a paranoia about that. Right, let's have a look. Where am I drawn to now? Ba-ba-dee ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-dee-boo-boo-boo. Skidagaloo. Dibby-dibby-doo. I'm so glad you all found me. I really thought that I'd end up with hardly anyone on because I didn't warn and I didn't know if I was going to have enough to do it. So many times this year I have been nearly at the point of pressing the button and thought I haven't got enough energy for this. So bloody COVID. Let's have a look. Cat, can't believe I'm up while you're on live. Neither can I, Cat. Although you're obviously not based in the UK. Let me pick you a card, Cat. Here we go. You have got the 3 of Wands, which is planning for the long term, choices that you made in the past coming to fruition, and being patient. So lots of fun. We're all getting, as always, we're all connected, aren't we? So we're all in this same energy stream and we all get little bits that sound quite similar. I feel that you are waiting for things to happen, Kat. You're waiting for things to come to fruition that you've been, it's like seeds that you've planted. You're waiting for the growth. You're waiting for the things to come up so you can say, oh my goodness, that plant was a plant for me. Oh, that one didn't work out the way I expected it to, that kind of thing. So I need you to know that already there is in your energy body around you, there is stuff coming in that is past seeds that you planted that are growing, and all of a sudden you're going to realize that not only is it a little shoot, it's an entire shrub that has sprouted, and that's going to start to make a bit more sense. But also being very in a planning energy, very much in a sort of where I'm going to go, what I want next. If I trust that this and this and this is happening that I asked for a year ago, what's next for me? Where am I where does my attention need to be in the future, and opening up to that. So it's kind of like a dual thing. You haven't necessarily received everything you've asked for, that you'd already sown the seeds for, but they're there, they're growing, they're coming. But your work right now is also on planning for the long term and where you want to be, and still taking that further, working as if these things are an assumption. They are nearly here, they are coming. And so as you start to move into that space, where does your focus need to be for what's next? I hope that these words that are coming out of my mouth make sense, and that makes sense to you. But it just feels like real potential, real excitement, real energy of trust, knowing that it's coming, knowing that what you're going to experience is what you asked for, but also taking that further. If you know that those things are done, how can you take it further? Excellent. Let's see. Kerry Ann Smith. Hello, Kerry Ann. Let me pick you a card. Let's see. Ooh, 6 of coin. The good you do comes back to you. An unexpected inflow of abundance. That's what we want. Now, when we are talking with the spirit world, I know that you know this, Kerry, but I'm going to say it anyway. It's not always about money, abundance, although that's part of it. They understand that we need money, we want to live comfortably. But what this feels to me with you is like the sharing of your soul, the healing work you do. I know I've gone all airy fairy, but it's rather lovely sitting in your energy, Kerry Ann. I feel that you are a very giving soul. Healing runs through you, like it's like your core. It's what everything comes down to, is how can I be of service? How can I help? How can I be of assistance? And sometimes that has served you well, sometimes not so much, Kerry Ann. That's the path of the healer, isn't it? Doesn't always work exactly the way we want it to, and we have to learn to find the balance and the sweet spot in there, which I know you have been educated on. This feels like a repayment of the debt. This feels like the good stuff that you have spent so much of your life giving and doing for others. It's time to allow that to flow back to you. Now, I know that you didn't do it so that you would receive. This is not you with your IOU written on a bit of paper going, well, I did this for you in 1996 and I haven't seen it, so I'm cashing it in now, Sheila. I want it back. It's not about that, but it is about allowing help. It is about allowing others to help you, to assist you, to ask for help, to not be so brave and so strong, and to understand that people want to pay you back. They want to thank you for everything you did for them. They want to feel like they can give you a little bit. It's a gift, isn't it? Sometimes someone once said to me that allowing someone to give you a gift is a gift in itself. And we often don't allow that. We often go, oh no, I couldn't possibly, I can't take from you. And actually, sometimes it's a lovely thing to do, is to let other people help. So it feels like the universe, the spirit guides, all of those helpers that you've got around you that I know you work with, are conspiring to show you their gratitude, to show you what you have done, how you have helped, and allowing yourself to accept that is part of your work here. Feels very magical to me. There's something really lovely in it. But I'm just going to fiddle with the light. I still look like Casper the Friendly Ghost, don't I? If I turn my thing down, I think it turns off. I think this is its lowest setting. Oh, it wasn't. I was pressing the wrong button. That's a bit better, isn't it? You can see I've got teeth. Right. Where are we going now? It's been such a long time. I don't know what I'm doing. It's been such a long time. Let's go down here. Oh, there's so many of you. I can't believe it. I can't believe how many of you there are on. Where am I drawn? I am drawn here. Tina Bunce, how you doing, Tina? Let me pick you a card, Tina. You have got renewal. And you can see the card now. I've turned the light down. Honestly. Always a professional. Reviewing the past with compassion and forgiveness. Time to head in a new direction. Clarity on your life purpose. In your heart, you know what to do. All of the above. There's a real feeling of moving on, of putting down the stuff that you've been carrying for so long and allowing yourself to move forward without the weight of it. And Tina, I'm hoping that everyone watching this can just feel the energy that is there for you, because it's such a lovely energy to sit in. It's the energy of permission. It's the energy of that's not mine. I no longer have to carry that. It's the energy of hope, of being a weary soul, and it's no longer mine. I'm just putting all that stuff off my back, and I am going to sit here and I'm going to do what I want to do for a time, and I'm going to follow the path that I want to follow for a time, and I'm going to honor myself for a time. And it just feels so healing and clearing and cleansing. You've given so much to so many other people, and now it's about you and what you want and where you want to be and how you want to live. And as you move into that space, which doesn't come naturally to you and doesn't sit comfortably with you because it's been about everybody else for so long, as you sit with it, you're going to realize that your purpose will just shine through. As soon as you're not congested with everybody else's stuff and all your ideas and conditionings about where you should be and how it should be and what you should be doing, as soon as you are just in a space with you, there it will come flying up like a burp at a dinner party, but much more spiritual. And it will just be there, and you will go, here I am, and here is what I want. And I have to say, I really feel very strongly here, you can't do it the other way around. So you can't get the clarity on what you want so that you feel comfortable putting down all the noise that you no longer need to carry. It has to be that way around. It has to be creating space, putting that stuff down, finding the freedom so that you can get the direction that you want to be in. You can't hear the call of your soul when all of your energy is out with everybody else, trying to find where everybody else needs to be. So you're calling all of that back, you're putting it down, you're letting everybody get on with it for a time. And yeah, that does feel selfish to you, but it's actually very necessary for you. And as you do that, that is when you will find where you want to be and the answers will come. Right, I'm going to mute this way so I can cough and drink some coffee. You really are so welcome, everybody. You've missed this, haven't you? Right, where are we going now? Blah, blah, blue, 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 blue. I'm gonna go with Wendy Jane Eastoe. Let me pick you a card. Okay, you've got the Page of Coin, which is a very practical qualifications, promotions at work kind of card. But of course, with Spirit, there is so much more than the practicalities, if that makes sense. So this feels, again, like stepping into a new energy. I feel like you are opening up to your own potential, where you want to be. I do feel like there's some sort of learning or qualification that you are considering doing, and this feels like it's exactly the right path for you. Now, I know that your human brain will say, hold up, Hannah, hold up, I've got too many plates, I'm already spinning. I don't feel like that's possible for me right now. But actually it is. Again, taking that energy from that last card, you're going to need to prioritize you a bit. You're going to need to let people get on with things a little bit. You're going to need to move back into a space of you as an individual. What do I want? Not what do my children want, what my husband wants, what my parents want, what my friends want. What do I want as an individual? And moving into that space. And it feels like there's an expansion here. And as always, it's so funny, isn't it? Because as we choose what we want, we actually move into a more empowered space. So I don't think this is just about a qualification or a promotion or moving into something that's going to take more attention, time, focus. But I feel that in doing that and taking that step, it changes things for you. As you are brave and you choose you, you realize how good it feels to be with you. You understand that you do have this power and this potential within you, that you do have more capacity for growth than you perhaps realized that you did. And as you move into that, it opens you up more and more and more. So it feels like a very practical, very studious sort of step up is heading for you. So whether that is a qualification or a new job role where you're going to have to learn a lot, this focus is definitely on learning and understanding and expanding of knowledge. But in that is the expansion of self, which is also very, very needed. I like that card. I hope it makes sense. I'm gonna go with Mark Bucknell. Hi Mark, how you doing? Let me pick you a card. You've got the moon. The moon. Listen to your intuition. Pay attention to signs. Unnecessary worry. Let go of your fears. Revelations that will make everything clear. Booyakasha. So this is... there's a peace in this because your soul, Mark, isn't afraid. I always say this to people. You've probably heard me say this before, guys, but when you listen to your soul, you've got all this noise going on. Oh, my God, what's happening with this? I'm stressed about this, and I don't know how this is going to work out. And when you breathe into your soul is like, yeah, I'm chill, babes. What's wrong with you? Like, everything's fine. I'm an eternal being, a multifaceted, multidimensional, you know, what's all that? What are you freaking out about? And you go, oh, okay, that's my human. And I feel that you've got this polarizing. Your soul is like, yeah, chill, babes, everything's fine. Your human is like, and trying to mix them both. I want to talk here about it being difficult for you to fit in some way, Mark. I feel that you have had that's been a theme through your life. So it sometimes can be quite a lonely journey for you. And I can see that there. But I feel that you've moved into a new space of self-acceptance. And that new space of self-acceptance is bringing in a new energy. So there's so much going on with you. It's completely transformative. So there's big change, big shift. You are getting clarity in what you want and how you want to be, who you want to be. And then your humanness is resisting that. And that's all that is the noise of change. We all hear it all the time in our neighbours when someone doesn't want someone to build an extension, when somebody changes the rules. Us humans, we don't like change. We go, freak out. All that's happening is your human is having a little, wee. Let it have it. Don't worry about it. Carry on anyway. Move past it because your fears are not real. Your fears is the story that your human is telling you. Your potential, that energy you're feeling, that other energy on the yin yang, that is the real thing for you. So keep going. Keep your focus positive. All those changes that you want, all those shifts, everything's moving. You're just going through the phases like the moon. And you're in a phase where you are almost eclipsed, I would say. But you are going to be a bright and shiny full moon. I can see it. It's beautiful. I hope that makes sense. La di da di da, do 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 do, da di da di da. Where am I drawn? I'm gonna go here. Jane Bevan needs some guidance, please, about a worry. Okay. 6 of Wands. Victory. You know how I was just saying about how our humanness worries about things and our soul goes, everything's awesome. And we go, what? No, it's not. QED. Victory. Wise choices that bring public recognition and success. That's the energy that Spirit are bringing for you at the moment. So, yes, it might feel very sticky, stuck, difficult, challenging. You're worried. I don't feel like your worry is yourself. I feel like it's external. I know that people around you have got their own journeys that they're going through, their own understandings, their own unfoldments. So that's okay. That's part of their growth. Their soul is leading them to these experiences so that they will learn who they are. But with you, everything's freaking shiny and amazing. So it's hard, isn't it? Because is this one of your children, Jane, or something going on with one of your children or someone very close to you? But I just feel like it's their growth, it's their learning, it's their lesson. And then your stuff, and it's almost like you feel selfish or you want to apologize for being successful, for doing what you want, for following your dreams. Isn't that interesting how we all have to follow that? We all have that kind of I'm so sorry that I picked things that made me happy. Us humans, we all have it. It's such a weird thing. But I feel that this is success in abounds for you, joy, lit up, happiness, and your soul is not afraid. So everything else will work out exactly how it is supposed to. I hope that helps. Doopy doopy doo doo doo. Doopy doopy doo doo doo. Doopy doopy doo doopy doopy doo. Doopy doopy doo doo doo. Sue Wood. Hello, Sue. How are you doing? Let me pick you a card. Ooh, the Lovers. Actually, do you know what? This is an interesting card. I want to talk here about health, recovery, and choices from the heart, because that's what the bits that are leaping out on me. So if you're having a nice snog at the same time, Sue, good on you. But this feels very much about, again, this theme, prioritizing you, prioritizing your health, your wellness, making choices that resonate within you, your physicalness. It's your physicalness I want to talk about with you, Sue. So our soul is great. It's always well, our souls don't need healing. Souls are fine. Souls are always good. They're part of the divine. They're always amazing. But our physical selves are the vessel, the container for our soul. And this is where we forget to pay attention and we forget to honor and we forget to look after. I feel that this is where your focus needs to be at this time, is on you, on making sure that you are eating well. It's such a boring New Year card for you, Sue. Don't hate the hater. Don't hate the hater. Don't hate the player. Hate the game. But it just feels like there's this health kick calling you. It feels like there is making choices that support your health calling you. And this is going to make a massive difference. If you can stick to this, they're showing me 6 months. You're going to feel very different in 6 months' time. It feels like you've just had enough. You've had enough and you are putting in steps. I feel like you know what you need to do. You know what you want to do. You've been talking about it. Now you're in the space where you feel ready to do it. So it feels like a health kick feels. You know, there's part of you that's like, I can't wait to feel better. The other part of you is like, Cadbury's Dairy Milk, though, you know, I know. But I feel that there is a balance coming for you. Don't try and do too much too quickly. You need to do manageable baby steps. But it does feel like vibrancy is the bit I want to take from this card, is moving you into a space where you feel vibrant, where you've got more energy, you feel better. And that's where the energy wants to be. Vibrant health, recovery, choices from the heart. And I guess, let's be honest, because it is the Lovers card, if you're feeling all good and you're all aligned and you're all healthy and you're feeling better about your physical self, that's when you want to get fruity. Right. I had to draw the Lovers in there somewhere. What is wrong with you, Hannah? Where I am drawn is to I am going with Louise Marley. I'm going with you, Louise. I'm sorry if I've just completely ruined your surname for you. You're so welcome. Okay, you have got the King of Cups. Ta-da! Look at him on his throne. So this is feeling safe and feeling safety in people around you, trustworthy, honorable, devoted, cautious. So let's talk about these messages that are coming up here. I feel that life has been, as it is with all of us, this is what we come for, challenging. I think there might be some trust issues with you, or a lack of belief in the people around you, because you've been let down, because you have been wounded by other people. And it's very, very hard when you've been in that situation to be free and easy. Wouldn't it be lovely if I could just pull you this card, Louise, and you can just go, oh yeah, everything's fixed now, Hannah, thanks, I'm going to go out and live a shiny life. Doesn't work like that. We have to process things and go through things. I feel that there is a real feeling of safety around you that the spirit world wants to acknowledge, and that safety and security will give you the foundation for your growth that you're seeking. It will help you move forward the way that you want to. But at the moment, you're still in that space where you're a little unsure if you can trust the energies around you. So allow yourself that. There's no miracle cure that comes from the spirit world where they just say, yeah, everything's fine, girl. And you go, oh, brilliant, cheers, Han, and move off into the sunset. But there is that kind of, okay, I can unwind a little bit. I can just feel into that space. I can feel safer, because there's so much growth and potential for you, Louise. And it just feels like moving, expanding, opening potential is all there. But you've got to trust in that foundation and trust in yourself. I'm seeing that expression, I'm fighting it, but I've got to say it because I'm seeing it repeatedly. So they're trying to get it out of my mouth, which is, you know, the bird doesn't worry about the branch. Trust the branch. The bird trusts its wings. It trusts its ability to fly if the branch snaps. You have been through so much. You can trust your ability to survive it and be okay. You are stronger than you think you are. And in moving into that and starting to trust in yourself will be that foundation. It's almost like I want to tell you that the person that is the trustworthy, honorable, devoted is you. And you've got that foundation and you can believe in it. Interesting. Right, well, do you know what? I'm going to stop there. I'm going to stop before I completely exhaust myself. But thank you all very much. I am intending to do more lives in the new year, but we will just see. We'll see how it all unfolds. I feel like I'm in a very changeable energy again. So we will see. New Mediumship Matters podcast season 3 launches next week, January the 3rd. And a lot of the old episodes are going to be, well, not a lot, but some of them are going to be archived. So now's your chance to listen. It's available on all Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, everywhere. It's on my website, hannahmedium.co.uk. So listen now to catch those episodes. And I look forward to seeing you all in the new year. Have a good one.